Hello Sagittarius, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome. We are reading for the end of July 2025 and I am bringing my signature deck, Katina's Deste cards. Oops, the first card has popped. Let's accept it. So how have you been, Sagittarius? We are going through the Mercury retrograde in Leo phase, and I thought this can be important to shed some light on love and relationships. So this is going to be an update for the end of July 2025. And you can watch this reading series for your sun, moon or rising signs. For me, all is okay. Plus, if you would like to ask me a personal tarot question, you can always visit me in my live streams called Karo is Answering Your Tarot Questions. And there we can also do one-on-one reading with you. And if this is your first time in my channel, please check the description box below to see how those live streams are working. Now let's go ahead and explore the messages. So with Deste cards we have the Abrahat, Caliph, Kale, Dervish and Dastar. We have two court cards here. I think there are some situations going on, and Afarat is the mad genius archetype in man. So he has always some eye on detail. So it seems there is a subject that he is now exploring passionately, Caliph, in order to build a strong foundation, and he just wants to root. So his foundation can be strong here. I feel here the also need to look at some absolute truths. We have also the Dervish. The situation may also involve a spiritual wisdom. This guy is like the Sherlock Holmes of the Deste cards, and he's like after it. But Dastar here, the princess archetype, is warning us for some calculative behavior. So there is a man after a calculative behavior, and he's like exploring this in also introspection, maybe in solitude, and maybe he's also withdrawing himself to reflect nowadays, and he may be not so much engaged in until he finds out, because there is a red flag with the Dastar energy. By the way, this man may also can be suspicious about betrayal or a dishonorable act. Maybe there is this breaking of loyalty, and some computational behavior. So the idea here is like not to wrap ourselves in a love that doesn't honor us, basically. This is going to be very important. And the Dervish energy also telling me this is also about spiritual love. It's about protection of the heart. The Atrap energy is telling us that we shouldn't romanticize any betrayal story, whether it's a karmic connection or not. And I do feel like there is this glitter of things, but this guy is like wants to see the truth, because all those sparks may not be gold, kind of thing. In this situation, one need to rely on their intuition. Boundaries will be important, but the how to say, the computational behavior here with the dust star energy is really a red flag. So we need to be careful about some things here. I feel also there is this need to protect like one's solitude until finding out the truth. So particularly for this spread, the connection, the communication element may not be there for some time. So this is going to be, I think, important to notice. I also feel there is an element of being brutally honest. So being brutally honest is very important. You may be dealing with a Scorpio here, so Scorpio energy comes strong, or maybe an earth sign as well. So the situation really requires, I think, brutal honesty. Like all the suspicion needs to fade away, and there is this need to kind of explain oneself, I feel. Plus I feel like if you wanna like build a strong foundation around relationship, I think this end of July inviting you to bring full clarity towards things which has maybe stayed like under the shadow. So you may be also volunteering to kind of speak truth about some subjects to a person from a point of building a relationship like from scratch, but you know, to make sure it relies on strong foundations. So this is also one element to mention. I also feel like, you know, this is fire energy with Caliph. So the fire energy is also talks about purge. You know, to live in the moment in love, like to speak openly, like to also enjoy the moment, to have fun, to be fully alive with the person, you know, to break free from routine, to express oneself like boldly, you know, to have this drive for experience. This is really opening the path. So this energy like needs to be also mentioned. But the I feel to your story there are some romantic risks as well, especially if a person who falls for someone fast, because a person's charm and attraction may really intrigue them. But truthful conversations will be very important, and how to say, if there is going to be pleasure, it has to match with clarity there, okay? It has to match with clarity. You maybe also see a person being like very charismatic, independent, spontaneous maybe, and they are like emotionally honest. You maybe come across with a person like that. So they may be like living fast, and it's like if they live fast, they also need to speak Turu. But there is a person here who also wants to live fast. Maybe they don't want to be tied down. They always live in the present, but this doesn't mean they don't want to build something strong here. So maybe one is taking some romantic risks there. There's also 10 like that. I want to also talk about this Eferat figure a bit more, because he's a very interesting character. Eferat is like a person, again, it actually offers that Scorpio archetype. You know, this guy does not really commit until he like figures out everything. This is the way that they are known. They are the seeker of truth. And they know that at some point they need to choose, but mirroring does start. So they are definitely after, like if something is going really calculated. This is like a hyper intelligent man who drives himself, sometimes mad with their own mind. So that's why to be brutally honest to them will be very, very, very effective, as these Desta cards usually say. What if you are dealing with a person like that, what you need to make sure is that this guy can be like super sharp, but you know, they may not really finish anything they start. So they may bring you this whirlwind of ideas, and they can, you know, switch between this super live fast enthusiasm, and they can also withdraw. So here, how you can encourage them is like to finish what they are starting. So you can also see what is really behind that mad genius energy. I also feel like your love, the love risk here, there is a romantic risk. I feel like there is a person, you know, they try to reconcile fantasy with truth. So like there is someone here between reality and illusion maybe. So at some point they may need to make some tough decisions based on logic. And you know, I want to tell you that you may encounter with someone and they have this mentally brilliant mind, but also they may show emotional inconsistency. You have to make sure if they really finish what they have like started. So asking for that definitely will be the number one guidance here. So Sagittarius, for the end of July, you need to make sure people you are involving or engaging with is finishing off what they are like starting. Okay, this is going to be important. Plus I feel you know, you have to make sure nobody is abusing a good intention here. Like you have to make be careful that someone is not really using emotional or practical trust in the situation. I mean, they may misuse the emotional or practical trust, so you have to be very careful about that. You know, I would also advise Sagittarius, like, not to go too strategic to the point of detachment or control. Here there is like a experience that to live in the moment will be very important to get to know a person. So experience designed for that can be very good. If there is like any sort of hidden agenda, passive aggressive kind of manipulation, this is, I feel like, going to be revealed, and any calculative act will be revealed. Please make sure your own kindness is not taken advantage of by a very sharp mind of a person, okay? Of course, some third-party involvement can be also possible here. So make sure how those love wolves are also going on. This is also one element. You may have a powerful rivalry of women. You need to make sure what trusts are again held accountable and what is really broken. And you have to have a really you need to have a really sharp mind in order to go through everything here. Yeah, like, just make sure if you are building trust, or if it is like getting broken, you know, this is going to be one of the most important elements here. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed my read with Katina's Desta card, Sagittarius. Hope to see you in the next reading. Bye bye.